Hey, what's up, guys? It's me. It's Iron Wolf Productions. We're at it again, or at least I'm at it again. I'm only a production of one. But what are we talking about today? The mass exodus from Patreon, S- Subscribestar being deplatformed because, well, shit reasons, and the culture war going into the destruction of the free market and capitalism because, well, the leftist reasons. But anyways, the Great Migration from Patreon. A couple of people that I follow. I followed Sargon, but I don't use Patreon. I just don't have enough money to this. I mean, I did for a month for Jesse Milestone, but I just got the money. But anyways, people that I watch, other people, use Patreon, tip them and all that. Since Sargon has been booted off, well, it's caused a ripple effect, and other people have brought this up. Tim Pool and a couple other people, even Sargon himself. Well, here's the fun fact. Patreon is now losing its 13th biggest account, Sam Harris, because of the outrage. This is just a massive, major migration. People are basically saying this is suppression of free speech. We're done. This is a very dangerous precedent for places like Patreon to set. And the fact that the leftist groups are squeezing out competition, like Subscribestar, who pick up all, like, hey, we're a business. If Patreon's going to lose it, we'll pick it up. That's free market. That's how a free market works. But no, not these leftist assholes. Oh, boy, it's turned into a major shit show. Just an unbelievable shit show of epic proportions. Yeah, and then of course you got Subscribestar being deplatformed. Now the guy's trying to find a workaround because even if you get kicked off a platform, it's the payment back end that's really putting a chokehold in destroying free market. Why? Because people lean on, you know, Visa, uh, not Microsoft, Mastercard, which in turn lean on PayPal and all that, and it's a freaking domino effect. That you can't get paid in these platforms, and basically you have no payment processing. It's freaking disgusting. I mean, Jordan Peterson and Mr. Rubin are already in the process of trying to find a workaround. It's probably not going to be ready until sometime in February next year, but alt tech, it's definitely getting a boost now because all of these, oligarchical elites in Silicon Valley are literally strangling a market. And it's fucking disgusting. They say, oh, use our thing, but if you don't like it, go make something else. Well, you do, and they basically make sure you can't do anything. It's basically a monopoly, and it's fucking disgusting. But yeah, I mean, this Sargon of Akkad has become a martyr, and now Patreon's gonna reap the whirlwind because more and more people are fed up and pissed off at this bullshit, and I don't blame them. If I was using Patreon, I'd be off it too. I don't because my channel isn't big enough for me to even begin using something like Patreon. Maybe, if I were to get monetized by YouTube, I get enough subscribers and all that, I might think about it. But for now, whatever. This is just for fun, me just howling at the ether. But yeah, it's getting deep, people. It's getting real bad out there. Where freedom of speech is literally under attack by Silicon Valley. Oh, it's something that me and a buddy of mine was talking about. The difference between liberals and leftists. Where liberals enjoy freedom of speech. A lot of the stuff that the far left want, liberals go, no, you're crazy. But while at the same time, they want education reform, which I totally agree with. They have no problem with, certain things being taught as long as you teach all information. I mean, hell, I think at this point I have more in common with actual true liberals than anybody else. But I still have a few things I disagree with liberals on, so that's why I consider myself a centrist. I don't lean either way. It just depends on the topic and whatever it is. I mean, If fans out there ever want to hear my political leanings on specific topics, I'll do a live stream and you all can ask your little heart's content and I'll tell you straight from Wolf's mouth. But anyways, yeah, this Patreon situation and then platforms being deplatformed because, they pick up all these people who are being deplatformed for, at this point, absolutely horseshit reasons because there is no protection from terms of service. They can basically just bend and twist it as they will, and there's no protections from content creators. Content creators, it's about start time to start contacting congressmen to look into a terms of service reform where once a company makes a terms of service and they set it, that bitch is set in stone. And none of this, completely, amorphous can be changed on a dot to suit a specific need terms of service. No. Everything gets defined. There is no changing that definition once set. This is getting out of hand. Companies are twisting terms of service like a freaking pretzel, and it's time for it to stop. The consumers deserve some protection. And if, the producers of this content don't want to do it, then yes, as much as I don't like the government sticking its oar in, if we're not going to be protected, the government does need to stick its oar in and straighten shit out. Because consumer protection is seriously lacking now that, these businesses can basically just go, yeah, you're just done. And then they tell you, oh, go make your own. You go to try to make your own, they completely freeze you out of the market. That's not a free market. That's not capitalism. That is not the United States. That's just plain bullshit. But anyways, stay frosty, and let's fight for some of our liberties. Let's not let people destroy the First Amendment. Darn Wolf, stay hungry.